Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. Boy, I tell you, I've been telling y'all before, if you've seen any amount of my videos, you will know that I've told y'all, don't model your life after these celebrities because most of them, good God, anyways. So it just came out just recently in the media that Gabrielle Union, she was expressing, I guess, some things that happened in her previous relationship. I believe it was a football player by the name of Chris Howard. And she was talking about, allegedly, if I'm not mistaken, he was sleeping around while they were married. And I guess she had gotten to this point where she felt like, well, if I'm making all the money in the relationship and he gets to sleep around just because, well, why does he get to sleep around just because he's a man? Well, fine, then I'm going to do it too. And I guess she did sort of at the end admit that that was just absolutely ridiculous. And that if that's how they were going to conduct themselves in a married relationship, they should have never made it out of the dating phase at all, but that needs to be addressed in itself, because I see a lot of these, on these podcasts and a lot of these people on YouTube talking about, hey, you women, we should be able to do things like y'all do. But then when the women do things like they do, I don't understand. And I heard somebody say this on their channel. Women need to stop trying to compare themselves to men and be like men, and men need to stop trying to compare themselves to women and be like women. That's where we started to mess up at to begin with. And I don't like this whole women and men comparing themselves or trying to say, who has it worse, the whole competition of, oh, well, men have it worse, no, women have it worse. Look, both men and women have it worse, okay? Let's put it that way. Women go through things that men don't go through, that they probably would never understand, and men go through things that women don't go through that they probably would never understand as well. Okay, that's how I like to look at it as. We both have our own struggles that we got to deal with that are our own, period. And we need to put that entire fight, conversation, disagreement to rest. Just put it to rest forever. But anyways, there are things that men and women should not do, period. I don't know where we got this idea from, where in a marriage, when you've both, made vows and basically promised God that y'all are going to do right by each other. And, some people, they've tried to find channels around that by not making it, a promise or like a commitment before God. But that's trifling. Let me just go ahead and say that. But anyways, y'all made vows before God, agreeing to treat each other right and do the right thing. I don't know why we've gotten to this place in time and society where we think cheating on our married partners is okay, but it will always be wrong. Let's address that first. And second of all, it is morbidly and disgustingly financially abusive, just abusive in general, to say that, oh, well, just because I make most of the money, I should be able to do whatever I want to do. And if that means saying, screw my vows and sleeping with some other person that I'm not married to, then that's what I'll do. That's ridiculous. It's trifling. It's wrong. And quite frankly, to me, it seems like, I'm saying this, and I don't really mean to be disrespectful. I'm just pointing out what I see. That Gabrielle Union, for the longest, has been trying her absolute best. Not even trying. She's been succeeding, actually, in resting, if you will, like everybody says, in masculine energy. Because that sounds a lot like what a lot of these guys out here like to say in these married relationships, all the high value men, as they call them. Oh, well, if I want to cheat, I can cheat because I'm making all the money and I'm the man. She sounds like a man. I'm just putting it out there. No offense. I'm sorry. What did you want me to say? I'm talking about the truth. That's what I do here. She sounds like those men who brag on the internet, increasingly so as of late, that they should be able to do whatever they want to, whether they're married or not, just because they're the breadwinner of the family. And let me reiterate how abusive and how disgusting that mindset is. It's the same mindset that a lot of men back in the day, like, in the early 1900s had with their women, because back in the day, women couldn't really work like that. And they were like, well, if I want to go sleep with Sally up the street, I'm going to do that because I'm paying the bills up in here. What you going to do? You ain't going to do nothing but what I tell you to, because you stuck up in here with the kids without a job. You can't go nowhere. I'm taking care of you so I can do what I want to do. That is morbidly abusive. And I feel like that same mindset has come back to bite us again in this day and time, just in a slightly different way. And more people need to speak out against it. More people need to condemn it. Like, I've been seeing some people saying that y'all are wrong for this. I don't care how much money you make. That does not excuse bad behavior. It's going to be all fun and games until you mess with the wrong person's wife or husband or y'all kids, which I feel the worst for in this situation, grow up and drag y'all for putting them through all this hot mess because y'all wanted to have these stupid, ridiculous, raggedy, disgusting mindsets. But anyways, the moral of this story is if you don't plan on being faithful, why in the world would you get married? And please save me the, oh, well, y'all be wanting somebody to marry y'all so bad. How about you go to somebody's therapy office, get some help, talk to Jesus, get a relationship with God, do better with your life so you won't be thinking that it's okay for you to sleep around in a married relationship and that's why you don't want to get married in the first place, instead of trying to force people to be okay, like I said, with these raggedy, disgusting mindsets. Moral of the story is if you can't be faithful, just walk around with a sign on your head that says you can't be faithful. But I guess that's too much like right. So instead, just let people know I'm not going to be faithful. I'm not getting married because I don't want to be faithful. Like I said, it's awful for you to do. But if you can't be faithful, then stay out of married relationships and leave other married people alone. Don't go and disrupt somebody else's marriage just because you don't want one and you can't be faithful in one. And if you want to be married and the person that you want to be married to is an awful person and you know they're not trustworthy and they can't be trusted and they're not going to be faithful, don't just go marry them because you want to be with them so badly or because you just want a marriage so badly. You just need to find somebody or wait until God brings you to somebody who is going to be faithful. And if you are in a married relationship where somebody refuses to be faithful, is continuously abusive, or is just not, going to ever do the right thing, don't have any intentions on doing the right thing, you need to walk away. I would rather you do that than you go and cheat and stoop to their level, because that's not helping anybody. It's not helping you. It's not helping them. Like, it actually is doing more damage to you because you're going out and getting more soul ties and probably involved with people that might make it worse for you. So the best thing you can do is walk away. And I can't completely give advice as a single person to a married person, but from my honest, genuine heart, I don't believe that God called people to be in relationships where they are constantly, every day, for years, being abused. I don't think that that's the right thing to do, to just stay there and be abused. But of course, that's something that you have to think about between you and God. So, I can't completely give advice in that aspect. But like I said, I will say that I don't believe that that's something that God would want for you, to continuously be abused and cheated on. So, like, I'm only speaking from what I would do in the situation, which is exit stage left, because I'm not about to be going through that with anybody. Okay. And I'm not about to cheat or do something crazy just because I can or I feel entitled to, or to try and get the person back. Because like I said, that's doing nothing for me but making me sink lower to rock bottom. But anyways, I'm not here to judge or condemn. I'm not here to condemn people. I'm here to condemn mindsets, toxic mindsets, because I don't want them to spread like the sickness that they are. But anyways, y'all let me know how y'all think and how y'all feel about this situation respectfully in the comments down below.